Yarn sensation. Just click on my yarn lady or click the subscribe button. What we're going to do is to create that look of the purse. We're going to crochet our hearts and then we'll create the body of the purse. So let's get started. I am using pink. You can feel free to use whatever color you prefer to use for your design. So we want to start with our slip knot and we're going to chain 1, 2, 3. In that second chain from the hook, you will place your first single crochet, and in the second chain you will complete your second single crochet. So you'll have a total of 2 single crochets for row 1. Chain 1, turn your work, and you want to place a single crochet in the first single crochet, and then you'll place 2 single crochets in your second single crochet. You will have a total of 3 single crochets for row 2. Next, you want to chain 1, turn your work. For row 3, you'll place your first single crochet, and then your second single crochet, and then you want to place 2 single crochets in that last single crochet. You'll have a total of 4 single crochets. Next, you want to chain 1, turn your work. For row 4, you'll complete your first single crochet, your second single crochet, your third single crochet, and in the fourth single crochet you will place 2 single crochets. Sorry, slipped out on me. Next, you want to chain 1, turn your work, and for row 4 you had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets. So for row 5, single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next, single crochet in the third, single crochet in the fourth, and then you want to place 2 single crochets in that last stitch of the row. So for row 5, you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets. For row 6, you want to chain 1, turn your work, and you'll place a single crochet in that first stitch, single crochet in the next, single crochet in the third, single crochet in the fourth, single crochet in the fifth, and 2 single crochets in the last stitch. So for row 6, you'll have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets. And that would be our last row of increases. So for row 7, you will chain 1, turn your work. You want to place, you'll chain 2, then turn your work, and you want to complete a double crochet in that first stitch. Next, you'll do a half double crochet in the next stitch. Next, you'll do a single crochet in that third stitch. Once you get to the fourth stitch, you want to slip stitch into that stitch and then come to the row right below, and you want to slip stitch again. And once you have that, in your next stitch on row 7, you want to do your single crochet. In the next stitch, your in the next stitch, your half double crochet, and then in the last stitch, your double crochet. And this is what you will have. Once you do that, you'll turn your work to the side, and what you'll do is place a slip stitch in each stitch down. So you'll have a slip stitch here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the bottom. So you'll turn, complete your slip stitch. In the next stitch, slip stitch 2, next one, slip stitch 3, next one, slip stitch 4, next one, slip stitch 5, and in that last one, you'll do your next slip stitch, and you want to chain 1, 2, and you'll go back into that same stitch and complete a slip stitch, and then you will come along the side of this work in each stitch. So that will be 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitch, 3 slip stitch, and then 4 slip stitch, and then 5 slip stitch, 6 slip stitch, 7 slip stitch. So your work will be like this. Once you get your last slip stitch, you want to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll skip your first chain from the hook, and in that next one, you want to do a single crochet, and then in your next chain, you'll complete your second single crochet, and then you will be repeating the same pattern that you used to create the first heart. Remember, once you have your 7, then you will just start your chain of 4 and repeat the steps to make your hearts. And for my purse, I will be doing a total of 12 hearts, and you make as many hearts as you need for the length of the purse that you're creating, or for the child or the doll that you're making it. If you want smaller hearts, use a smaller hook, and just finish creating your other 10 hearts, and then we'll meet back for the body of the purse. Okay, so I have my 12 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you just want to, at this point, you can just finish off your work. This would be my 12th heart. So once I slip stitch along the side, I'm just going to chain 1, cut off a small tail, that'll be fine, pull it through and tighten. You can do at this point, if you like, you can weave in both of your tails, and once you do, you can set that aside so you can begin the body of the purse. We're going to start with our slip knot, and we want to chain 30. Okay, and that's the start of it. Once you have 30, you want to come over to that second chain from the hook, and you will double crochet, and then you want to double crochet across to your last chain. Okay, and once you have your 20, you're just going to repeat. So chain 2 and turn your work, and you're going to place a double crochet in that first stitch and a double crochet in each stitch across. Okay, so once you have completed row 2 with your double crochets, you will repeat it up for the amount of rows that I have listed, and then we will meet back. So to start row 3, you just want to chain 2, and you will turn your work, and then you want to place your first double crochet in the first stitch across. Once you get to the end, you'll chain 2, turn your work, and repeat up for the total amount of rows. Okay, so once you have completed your second row, then you will complete your third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, and 9 rows. And for the next 3 rows, we will single crochet. So you want to go ahead and chain 1, and you will turn your work, and you'll place your first single crochet in the first stitch and every stitch across. Once you get to the end, you will chain 1 and turn your work and single crochet across. So for rows 10, 11, and 12 will be single crochet rows, and we will meet back. Okay, I have completed my 3 single crochet rows. So next, I want to chain 2, turn your work, And our next row will be double crochets across. So you will complete your double crochet row across, and you want to repeat that until you have a total of 9 rows. So you just want to place a double crochet in that first stitch, a double crochet in each stitch across. When you get to the end and complete your last double crochet, chain 2, turn, and complete your next row until you have a total of 9 rows. I have created my 9 rows, so all together you will have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 rows. We created our 3 rows of single crochets. That's the bottom of our bag. And then what it did was separate the top and the bottom. So what you want to do is fold your bag up, and you should be able to see your 3 rows, and just make sure they are on the bottom. So next, what you will be doing, make sure that the right side of the bag is facing, and right where you ended your last row, you will be stitching the sides together by using a single crochet. And you just want to place your hook in that very first stitch on the other side, pull your loop through like that. Once you have that, chain 1, turn your work, and just go between each stitch and complete your single crochet. And you want to do your next one, 2, 3, 15, and 16. This is the first edge, and what you want to do is finish off your yarn, leave a tail, and you want to weave this tail in, and then what you'll do is come on the other side, make sure it is even, and you will join your yarn, you want to chain 1, and you will repeat the same what you did on this side. You want to repeat on this side, so you have a total of 16 single crochets on this side as well, and then we will meet back. You want to join your yarn right behind your seam, or where you did your single crochets along the side. You'll chain 1, and you want to do your first single crochet in the next stitch. And once you have that, you want to go around the entire body, and you want to complete a single crochet in each double crochet around, and we will meet back. I have completed my 1 single crochet row around. Next you will chain 1 and you will place a single crochet in each single crochet around, and once you come back around, that'll be row 2, and then you want to repeat it again for round 3. And once you have your 3 rows going around the top, okay, once you have your 3 rows, then you want to chain 1. You will skip that first stitch and you want to do a single crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip the next, place a single crochet in the next one, and you want to repeat that back around to your starting point. Once you reach your starting point, you will complete that last chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, and then you will join your work. Chain 1. You can cut your yarn, weave in your tail, and that's the back of my bag. You have your bottom, and this is the front of the bag. So we're going to start wrapping this up now and put the final touches on our cute little bag that we made. So the purpose of us doing our chain 1, skip a stitch was we're going to place a drawstring up top. That way, if she chooses, she can cinch it so she don't lose any of her little valuable items, or she can just leave it open. The choice will be hers. So we're going to create our chain. Once you have your chain, you're going to start at the corner and you're just going to weave in and out of those chain 1 spaces that you created. You're just going to weave around back to where you started, and you'll have your chain coming out in a stitch before the starting one. Once you get back around, you'll have your beginning where you started and then your end. And what I do with mine is just tie a knot to secure them together. And depending on your girl, she may want some little fancy little accessories to clip on to it. What I am using is just a split ring for my grandbaby because she clips her key on to her little bag, so I'm going to just place that on. So next, for the final touches, yes, handle time. And what you can do before you attach your hearts, you can pin them to a little board or lay them flat on a cloth and just flatten them out and spray starch them, and that will give them a lay flat look. So you just want to center them. You have 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the center. And what you will do is take the end of your heart, one of them, and you're going to bring it inside like that, and you will attach it to the purse. And once you do the other side, just make sure that it is not twisted. You will attach it in the same way. Only difference, when you do this side, make sure you pull your drawstring apart so that you don't attach it to your drawstring. I'm going to put it midway. Once you have it attached, you want to make sure you secure it. Once you've tied it, you can weave your yarn tails into your work, and then our bag will be complete. So let's weave in all our ends and see what we have. Okay guys, so our bag is complete, and I know you're probably wondering, well, what is that she added on? It's another heart. I just made it bigger, but I will include the instructions for you guys to make it as well. It's made the same way, just a few more rows were added, but I will include it. But I think it is so beautiful. I'm not sure if the camera is picking up the correct color, but this is a pretty pink color, and we have our hearts, and I like to refer to the hearts as my heart on the screen. That's cute. So we probably will see this design again in another project, because while I was creating, I was thinking of other ideas for using it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope your little one enjoys it as well. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.